Hello, good morning. It's Monday the 13th. I'm FX Blue and this is the market brief. So the UK economy is still 2.1% smaller than pre-pandemic levels and the rate of growth slowed in July. GDP data showed month-on-month rise for July was 0.1%. That's down from 1% in June. So it looks like those Fed forecasts for a slower Q3 growth in the US may be equally applicable to the UK. This week we've got employment and inflation data due. Tomorrow's unemployment rate is not expected to move much from the 4.7% we saw last month. Average earnings will be a point of focus. That contributes to inflation, and it's also an indicator for how tight the labour market is. It's worth remembering though there are still about 1.5 million people on furlough, so the redundancies that are expected when that scheme ends this month should bring a little more slack back to the labour market. Inflation data is due on Wednesday. The headline there is expected to jump to about 2.8%. That's up from 2% in July, and that will likely fuel some discussion within the MPC. Meanwhile, though, the market is moving okay. Sterling's relatively unaffected by the slower growth. We remain range bound against the dollar, trading between 137.25 and 138.90. We'll probably need data to surprise to the upside to test resistance at 140, but we opened this morning at around 138.20. Over in the US, there's so much noise about the economy, it's hard to determine what the real key drivers are at the moment. Plenty of regional Fed presidents have got firmly back in their box after non-farm payrolls delivered that big miss. But some are already getting back on the bandwagon, beating the drum for inflationary risk. Inflation data for August is due out on Tuesday, and it does carry some upside risk. The headline number there is expected to be close to 5%, driven higher by continuing supply chain shortages. Naturally, questions are resurfacing over how transitory US inflation really is. And this presents a downside risk to the dollar as it could trigger a bout of selling, testing the bottom end of the current range. So we could be in for a busy week. But for now, the dollar index opens around 92.65 and euro dollar starts the new week from around 117.20. So that's it from me today. Have a great day. Hope the week starts off well for you. And do join me again tomorrow. All the best.
If you do not have a clue, then just tweet through and ask FX Blue.